Hello and welcome to the very first Double O Radio game show. As always, I'm your host, Ryan, and today I'm joined by my lovely cohort of contestants, Alex,
Hi. I'm too shocked to say something outlandish.
Brett,
I was pulled here against my will, and now I'm sad.
and Wyatt.
Just happy to be here.
None of them know what's in store. I also, look, this episode could be 20 minutes. It could be 2 hours. We'll see. We haven't done this before.
This is gonna be shorter. Liar.
God.
I said it would likely be shorter, but it depends on how long you take, because some of these rounds I have in store for you are a little bit antagonistic and might get heated. So,
Boy, that lightning round's going like molasses.
oh, don't worry. We're gonna start it off with a nice, quick game of Who's That Game? So what I'm gonna do is play you a sound, and I need you to identify what game. You start with the franchise. If you can give me a specific game, do that. But start with the franchise. This is the one that you players are gonna need your buzzers for. All right.
I see.
What kind of sound? Is this a musical sound?
An
a
audio
vocal
sound.
A sound. There was a lot of
Audio
types of
sound.
sounds, and we're gonna use a
Sound
couple
that
of them.
makes- A sound
Oh.
that makes sound.
Yes.
So, when I play the sound, the first player to buzz in will get to answer. Don't blurt out the answer, because you might give it away. If the person who buzzes in gets it wrong, we will then go to the next buzzer. So on and so forth. Okay? Great. So that means... Are you all ready for me to play a sound? Do you want me to start easy or start hard? I'll leave it up to you.
I want to ease us into it.
Yeah. Let's
Ease
let's
into
get a
it,
good
I guess.
progression
All right,
in.
let's ease in. All right. Wyatt, number one.
That's Halo.
Wh-
That's the
can you
No
tell me which
way.
Halo?
Which Halo?
Which Halo
Interesting.
theme
Is
is
that-
that?
John Halo.
Oh, is that Combat Evolved?
It is Combat Evolved, Wyatt. That means
My man.
you get 5 points. I'm so elated, Wyatt, to get these meaningless points that will
No,
never
these-
be referenced
I'm
again.
surprised
No.
that I got the right Halo, to be honest.
these points mean something. Hmm.
All right.
Nefarious.
Who's ready for our next sound?
Let's go for it.
No, but okay.
All right. Alex, that's you.
That's the Dark Souls boss theme, baby.
Can you tell me which boss?
Oh,
You will get the points if nobody can tell me the boss. If someone can tell me the boss, they will get the points.
I'm fairly confident that I know what boss it is. Is
it's
this-
probably not. Is it?
And I wasn't even going to say Dark Souls.
What were you gonna say, Wyatt?
I thought it sounded somewhat Final Fantasy to me.
You know, it kind of does.
I
Is
could
it-
see
Don't blame you.
that. I
Don't
could see
blame
that.
you.
Is it Ornstein and Smo?
No.
Okay.
Brett probably knows.
This
what it
is Dark Souls 3. This is
Ah.
Vort of the Boreal
This
Valleys
is
boss
Vort
music.
of the Boreal Valley. Alex, I will give you 3 points for that. And Brett, you will
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
full 5.
It's
I
so
get 1 point
iconic,
for
but I.
creativity.
It's so iconic, but I haven't played the game that it was from. Crap.
Yeah, it is the meme song.
It is the meme song. That is why it's here.
Yeah.
All right. Our next sound. This is going to be a race to the buzzer, I think.
Oof.
Alex, that is you.
You're so quick on the trigger, Alex.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Roblox oof sound.
That is the Roblox oof sound. Alex, full 5
Did you?
points for that. All right. Our next sound. All right. That's Wyatt.
Well, that's the Pac-Man sound.
That's the Pac-Man sound.
Yeah.
You're
Which
moving
Pac-Man?
up.
Which Pac-Man?
Which Pac-Man,
Which of the
Wyatt?
Pac family made that
Mhm.
sound?
Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man Adventure. Hmm?
I
I'm
think
gonna go
all
with
of
the
them.
original. I'm gonna go with the original. Yeah, they
I
probably,
think they're the same thing. I feel like 90% chance of the
Probably.
same sound.
yeah.
All All right,
Pac-Man Junior, mayhaps.
get ready for our next sound. This one, I'm wondering if anyone here knows this one. All right, Wyatt.
It's Street Fighter.
Which Street Fighter?
Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2. Can you tell me the character whose theme this is?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
This is also a meme song. So
Yeah.
What's his name? Guile.
this is Guile's
I think-
theme from Street
Got
Fighter
it,
2.
yep.
Wyatt, very, very good.
my
Impressive
God.
stuff to an early
Entire
lead.
life.
That's impressive.
Never played it in my life.
All right. Now, you want an easy or a hard one? I got a couple of easy ones left, a couple of hard ones.
Surprise me.
Surprise you.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Alex, you are lightning on the buzzer.
Really? Really? Okay.
So fast.
The Dark Souls "You Died" text.
That is the Dark
Yes.
Souls You Died text. Very good. I
Is
made
that
your
different
math
from
hard
game to
because
game,
I
or
gave
is
you
that
automatic
the
points.
same with all of them?
I think it was the same for the first three. I believe
It's got that
Bloodborne
little,
and
like,
Elden have different ones.
It's got that little like shimmering kind of like sound to it that the PS1 startup screen did. Okay.
Yeah,
anyway.
it does.
Starts off higher though.
Wyatt.
Minecraft. That's when you're eating pretty much anything.
Yep, that is the Minecraft nom 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 sound.
Sand.
Great job. Wyatt.
Mario 64.
Mario 64 is the right game. Can you tell me where the sound plays?
Well, I know that's Bowser laughing. I don't know exactly.
That is
which
the Bowser
level
laugh. It
is.
plays all the time. It's
Yeah.
Bowser's like
Okay.
theme
Okay.
intro message thing that consistently
Okay.
plays. Wyatt, you're on top of the game here. Very good job to start out with.
Oh, right. I'm right here.
Alex, that is you.
The original Doom shotgun.
That is the original Doom
Oh.
shotgun sound.
Wow.
Yep.
You love to see it. Now, this is we're getting down to the last sounds. Is everyone nice and ready in their seats?
Why won't you die?
Alex.
So fast.
Oh, do you not know it?
I've
Oh,
heard this as a
no.
meme so many times, and I have
Wait.
no idea what it's from.
Oh
Does
no!
anyone know?
I completely blanked on
Play
it.
it one more time.
Oh crap!
Brett, do you know what this is?
Yes. Is this TF2 heavy?
This is not TF2
Oh,
heavy.
it sounds like him.
Why
Yes, though. That
won't you die?
Wow. I know
Sandwich
this is
moment.
hurting at least
Ugh.
two of you. All right, no points for this round. That is Oblivion.
Oh, I wouldn't have gotten that ever.
I was like, I know the voice actor. I know the voice
I know
actor.
you do. 'Cause
No!
It's like 200 characters in Oblivion.
Because like the more I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. I know where this is
I know I've
from.
heard this sound.
And pay with your blood.
Yep, that
Ugh.
was the other one I had lined up. All
Oh,
right.
you can redact as many points as you want from me for that one. Oh,
Our buzzers. Does anyone know what that sound is?
Maybe?
Brett.
Is that getting a rupee in a Zelda game or something?
It is not getting a rupee in a Zelda game.
Then I
I know more than one of you. At least one of you has played this game. See, Alex's wheels are turning.
I'm gonna hear this in my nightmares the second I close my eyes in bed tonight. It's gonna be the sound that plays.
Do you know what sound that is, Alex?
He's thinking-
The entirety of human
Sheer
history is going through his
confusion.
brain.
is it from Star Fox?
It is not from Star Fox. This is the Final Fantasy VI save sound.
Oh.
Well,
See,
haven't
I was
played
thinking,
yet.
I was
No!
thinking it's
What?
a game where you pick. It's like you pick up a coin. That's
Yeah.
what it sounded.
I
like.
should
does
have
sound
That's
like
what I
that.
thought with the rupee thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
That's a
is
good
the
guess.
Final
That was a
Fantasy
good
VI
guess.
save chime.
Oof.
Oh.
Sorry, Wrestling Ryan, if you're watching, you probably hate me right now for messing that up.
God. The one Final Fantasy game that I've played and I couldn't remember the save sound.
Oof.
Now, I've got one to haunt your nightmares, specifically, Wyatt. This is our last sound. Do you know what that sound is from?
Wyatt.
Wyatt?
Is that from Fall Guys?
This is the trick I got you with. That song is not from a video game. It's a royalty-free track that sounds exactly like the Fall Guys theme.
Ryan really was just like, then this will be the last sound you ever hear, and then just kicked Wyatt into the oblivion of space.
Screw you!
Oh.
I did think it was strange. I did think it was odd where you specifically called out me when in the other
Well,
ones
because I knew
were
you
like,
hate
oh,
Fall Guys,
someone.
so I was
I
like,
do.
this one's for you. All right, there we go with our sound related shenanigans. At this point, the score stand Brett with 5, Wyatt with
Probably stay that
25,
way.
and Alex with 18. Don't worry, you can make up points in the next round. This is Fight Night, so I'm gonna give each of you
I'm
a
making
character.
up points right now. I get 30.
Great, Alex. I'll add that to your hypothetical total. All right.
Sweet.
I'm going to give each one of you a character, but first I need each of you to say just a number 1 to 3 to determine which character you're gonna get. Alex, I'll have you start since you are on the top of my screen.
Oh, do they all have to be different numbers? I don't know
1
why
to
I'm
3.
asking the first.
Just pick 1 to 3.
1.
1. Alex, your character is Link from The Legend of Zelda. Brett, 2 or 3.
3.
Your character is a chain link. Wyatt,
Is a
Good.
what? Wait, is a what?
a chain
Is
link.
a chain link.
Could be a chain link fence. Could be just a link of chain. You get to pick. Wyatt,
Okay.
you have a link of sausage.
I have a sausage.
A sausage link. It's link, a chain link, and a sausage link. There you go. You have your
I'm gonna
3.
leave.
I like this.
Now you have to convince me who has the best character here. Could be determined on them being able to beat the other characters. Could be determined on just being the most useful. Who's got an argument? You got to start. Someone's got to shout the others into oblivion.
All right.
Well, let's. Oh. Brett spoke
How
first.
many games has Link been in versus how many games a chain has been in? Think about it. How many times have you wished you could break a chain in a game and you just couldn't because it wasn't a part of the sandbox of the game? This chain you can't break. You might be able to sometimes, but the fact that it's not consistent, that's the element of surprise. That's where the chain link gets you. Link himself might not even be able to break a chain link depending on the density and material and game of said
I'm
link.
gonna tell you something here, Brett. In some pretty well designed games, so usually you think, okay, you see a chain link fence in a game, you try to shoot through it, your arrows get stuck right in the hole, or your bullets they don't penetrate the hole. In a really good game with some quality hitboxes, that fence is absolutely no obstacle. You can shoot right through it if you have the aim.
Got a
But
point
you
there,
can't
Brett.
trust it. Depending
Now-
depending on what game it is, if it's Battlefield, you could just run it over. But in some other games, in some lesser games, you can just hit it with a car and nothing will happen. And that
Now-
sheer untrustworthiness of the chain link makes it gets into your head that way. It's playing
I
mind
mean,
games.
A part of what I think is the beauty in my Link is its simplicity. He is an absolute snack. In every sense of the word.
Wyatt
I
loses.
see Wyatt is going
That's
for the
it.
pun
I
victory.
think, so my link would eat both of your links.
That's unhealthy. Would he be okay?
Eat
No,
rocks.
to answer your question,
and a link of sausage for a meal before, it's disgusting.
to answer your question, Link would probably not be okay. He'd be perfectly fine eating Wyatt's character. Well, actually, he might be. Link has had some pretty dubious food in his recent adventures that he's able to stomach without completely killing himself. Yeah, he even makes food from monster parts. I'd also like to say that while there's no part of Link's equipment that is meat based that I know of, Brett is a mere Brett's Link is just a mere part of the hookshot.
And yet, at the same time, certain dungeons and puzzles and games entirely could not be beat without the hookshot, of which the chain is a massive part.
They can if you just skip them by going out of bounds.
Plus, I
as
mean,
Link.
here's the other thing, right? If you've got your just regular old Link, right? How useful is he on an empty stomach? Like, he can run out there and he can, fight Ganon or whoever as much as he wants. If he's doing it on an empty stomach, he's gonna lose, So who's the real hero here? Is it Link? Or is it the sausage that he eats to make sure he can actually get his tasks done?
I'm gonna let
who's
you
the
in
real hero here?
I'm gonna
on
ask for a closing
blasphemous
statement.
secret, Wyatt.
Closing statements from everybody.
That was my closing statement.
That was a good closing statement. Right. Alex.
I'm gonna let you in on a blasphemous secret, Wyatt. During my first entire playthrough of Breath of the Wild, I never cooked a single food item.
It's horrible.
That explains
That's
a lot.
the worst thing
Explains
I've
a
ever heard.
lot. Explains a lot.
I left those bird children to starve.
I'm going to tell you this right now, Alex. That is not something you want to brag about.
Brett, any closing words on the chain link?
I'll sum up that which I've brought to the table so far. That just the fact that depending which game it is, it's breakable or unbreakable. There's solid steel. They're usable in many things. Link's very own loadout that is integral to finishing the game correctly, at least, is inclusive of
the right way.
the Metal Link the correct way. I don't know. I think if you think about it, some of the best games ever made could be different without the inclusion of a chain.
All right.
Just saying.
So with that, I have to disqualify both Brett and Alex because this was the pun fight category, and only one of you made a pun. Wyatt wins by default.
What else was it gonna be? Who else was it gonna be?
I'm done.
Yeah, but a sausage Link isn't part of Fleetwood Mac.
I will say, Brett, you did have an easy victory there had you just mentioned that Elden Ring has a chain in it, because Elden Ring is obviously the best game that has ever been made, and so therefore
You're right,
anything
you're right.
in it is the best, but you did not.
It was so easy.
Round 2. Brett, I'm going to ask you to pick this time.
pun in the pun
1,
game?
2, or 3.
Oh, man.
2.
2, a video game crate. The classic crate that you see in every level everywhere. All right, Wyatt, 1 or 3?
I'm gonna go with 3.
A dumpster.
What's 1, Ryan?
Alex, you are a barrel. Classic video game barrel. We have the
Brett?
Call of Duty special here.
Brett, I'm gonna propose a team up. We need to make a furniture store.
We should start a business together. We could make millions.
All right, making millions.
Where's
making millions.
where's the waste gonna go after you made those millions? Exactly.
Inside me, Wyatt, I'm a barrel.
Oh my god.
Do we already have evidence of a union on this show? An early start, I see.
Okay. Whew.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh my god.
This is a better result than I was hoping for. Just sheer
What were you
confusion on it.
expecting? That's my question. What were you
I
expecting?
had no
exactly?
expectations. I didn't know what was gonna happen with this.
So are we? Is the assumption that we're still arguing which one is the better one?
Oh yeah,
Is that
you can.
until
Do you
the
want to make an alliance between the Crate and Barrel? Because then you've got a furniture store. That is a punny victory.
I see no reason to not do that. I see no reason to say no.
You know what? I think I can make this a three-way. I think we can force Ryan into a stalemate. Wyatt, do you know what an integral part to any large store is? The dumpster in the back.
Waste.
I will.
It's true. It's true.
I
That's
will
how
allow
he's-
you to
Everyone
game the
describes me
game.
anyway. The dumpster at the back.
I'll allow you to game
He's
the
watching
game
our
if you would
six.
like. If
He's
you want to
watching
game the
Crate and
game,
Barrel
though,
6.
keep in mind Wyatt is currently 20 full points ahead of everyone else.
Shut up, Ryan.
If that's how you'd like to play it, I'll give everyone 10 points for this round, bringing Brett up to 15, Wyatt up to 45, and Alex up to 28.
Holding up the bottom line, baby.
Our final round of Fight Night. Wyatt, 1, 2, or 3?
I'm gonna go with 1.
A Lego Gonk droid.
Yes.
Oh.
Alex, 2 or 3?
3.
You have a Mega Bloks Master Chief.
Oh.
And Brett,
I'll be right back.
you are a BB-8
He's actually
beach ball.
No!
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh yes.
What do you mean I'm not Dio, the wheel with a triangle on top? Come on, doesn't anyone remember Dio? Everyone's favorite character?
Brett just abstains from the entire
Oh.
competition, from the entire round.
I was looking at things that were real toys, and I'm afraid Dio, the only one I could find, is like an actual robotic toy, and that's not bad enough for this show.
Oh, he's got a real one.
He's got a real.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a result I couldn't have even dreamed of.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh man.
look at those off-brand Lego hands only Mega Bloks is capable of.
Oh yeah,
God.
beautiful, beautiful.
He's going to be standing here on the computer for the rest of the podcast.
That's a pretty solid argument from Alex about the Mega Bloks Master Chief. Any counter words? BB-8 Beach Ball.
I will say, when I was but a youngin', a small boy, at the beach, I have lost Legos, Duplos, and Mega Bloks because I was a stupid kid and brought them there. I have not once been disappointed by a beach ball, no matter what print is on the outside. I mean, it's the perfect shape. You have one of the inoffensive characters from the worst trilogy of films ever made. That last part isn't completely serious.
I'm sure everything you say
I
is
rest
very
my
serious
case.
as you
Absolutely.
debating about a BB-8 beach ball. I will say, Brett, I think you can just use a classic phrase to describe your loss of items at the beach. Get good.
It's true.
I mean, clearly Alex got good. He's still got his Mega Bloks Master Chief.
Now, speaking of Star Wars, right? I mean, Star Wars likes to reference its own characters all the time. And to some of us, it gets very sick. There is one character, however, where anytime she shows up in anything Star Wars related, I'm never disappointed. I'm never angry. And that is the Gonk Droid. The Gonk Droid is always
Fair
an
point.
essential character for every single piece of Star Wars media that it has appeared in. It is always the main character, even if it doesn't always seem like it is at first glance. And she is such a lovable character, and everyone, I can't think of a single person that doesn't love the Gonk Droid. So I think just by pure popularity, the Gonk Droid takes it. I
I
do.
see your point. I'm going to have to give this to Alex because he has the evidence of currently having a Mega Bloks
see.
Master Chief in his
I
hand.
see.
Wyatt, I would have also given you points if you had mentioned the fact that the Gonk Droid was an integral part of the latest LEGO Star Wars game trailer that perhaps got the most excited audience reaction. You were not specific enough
My
in your
point-
points.
I have an
My
objection.
point
You
exactly.
have an objection.
Alex, hold that to the camera just as close as you just did. Hold it up to the camera. Closer. That is not Master Chief. That is a Halo Wars Marine.
Oh no!
That is a Halo Wars Marine.
The grand upset.
We have a Halo
realization.
Wars gate on this show. I never could have guessed
no!
it.
This is, in fact, a Halo podcast.
It never ends. It never ends.
Ah!
Oh my god.
That's gonna be only
Fake
half
fan.
points for you, Alex. That's
Fake fan.
you are a fake Halo fan with a Mega
Called
Bloks
your bluff.
Halo Wars Marine. Brett, I'm gonna give you the other half of those points for correctly deducing
Let's go, baby.
Back.
and
Bastard.
sleuthing. You're way here.
Oh, God.
It's good to see you
can't-
breaking out of your union already. All right.
My hubris. My hubris holding it up too close. It's undone me.
You fool.
Ah!
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
So our next
Big
game,
Halo.
our next game here tonight, a classic game. First, let's go over the scores. Brett, you are at 20. Wyatt still at 45. Alex at 33. Wyatt still with a sizable lead. Our next game is 20 questions. You will get as many points as questions are left when you correctly guess what game I am currently being. These are all very recognizable games, things that are very easy to guess. I would also say I'll accept a franchise for most of these and not just a game. They're all in franchises with many sequels. So, who wants to go first? I have a game for each of you. It's 1-on-1.
Oh God, they're tailored personally for every one of us.
Oh boy.
They aren't tailored personally. They are.
I wouldn't be surprised if you were mad enough to do that. Honestly,
I was close to doing
Mad
that, but
lad.
I don't know enough about Professor Layton, unfortunately, to have
Mm.
accurately
Ah.
done it in this. These are all franchises
I mean,
I am relatively familiar with. So
I feel like we have to save the podcast rivalry for last.
yeah, okay,
To be honest.
okay. What's the podcast rivalry in your eyes?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, it's Brett. It's Brett and I, of course. Of course. A lovable, friendly.
But it's each of us.
Rivalry.
It's either us and Ryan, though.
You know what? No, okay. You're gonna break into the rivalry. I'm gonna say this is open to everyone. We're gonna go around the room, and there are 20 questions total. You guys can cooperate or not cooperate, and whoever gets the
I
game
love how
first is
we-
gonna win.
I
Ooh.
love how I completely misunderstood the rule, and then I went about and just changed the rules anyway.
You know what? You
Changer.
disregard my rules. I will disregard them with you.
Oh. We have a man who's not afraid to burn the ship down with him in it.
Yep. All right. Who wants to have? We have 3 rounds of this, so let's go ahead and start. Who has the first question? You can just ask the question.
I'll ask the first question,
All right.
if
all
I
right.
may. Does this game have a critically acclaimed free trial?
No. That's one
And
question
these
down.
have to be yes or no questions, or
Yes, these are yes or no questions.
okay.
If it's
that
a
doesn't
question
count as
that
one
is
of my
like
questions, but-
mostly yes or no, I can give a little bit of
Okay.
clarity, but I won't, give away a lot.
Is it first person?
No.
Okay.
Does it have a competitive multiplayer component?
The latest entry does.
Interesting.
Are we all asking for the same game right now? Are we all each asking? Are all the questions being pooled for
They're
our
being
different
pooled-
game? That
No, this is one game. One game you are all jockeying for. The first
Okay.
person, one franchise you're all jockeying for.
Are we just going in order, or are we just?
You can go in whatever order you want. Just remember, every time you ask a question, the points go down. You can
Is
guess
it
at any
based
point.
off of? Is it based off of a popular pre-existing franchise?
Yes, I would say. Maybe not like exactly fitting that wording, but I think you're in the right territory.
Okay.
Can you go over what the question before the last one was?
Competitive multiplayer. Does it exist
Okay.
for it? And I said the latest entry has competitive multiplayer.
Is it open world?
No. It's not. It is not Elden Ring.
I was thinking about just blurting it out.
I will confirm it is not Elden Ring.
Okay, we're safe.
None of these games are Elden Ring. As much as I wanted to put Elden Ring on here, is too soon. Too soon.
Yeah,
We need to let it calm down a little bit.
Does it have any kind of like character customization?
The latest one does, but most do not. I would not say this is a franchise you would think of as having character customization. Probably the best way to put
Is
it.
this game or series Ace Combat?
This is not Ace Combat.
Pretty good guess, though.
Does
Is
it
it
have?
in?
Go for
You
it.
go.
Okay.
Uh,
Does it have? Okay. Go.
Is it in a fantasy setting?
Not classical fantasy, but yes, it is a fantastical
Okay.
setting.
Okay.
I don't even remember what I was going to ask anymore.
It's very, very popular franchise. All of these are.
Mm-hmm. Does it have voice acting?
Yes, but not full voice acting.
Okay.
Is the game in the Pokemon series?
No. "12 questions left.
Was this game well received when it? Are we thinking about a specific franchise?
It is a franchise,
or just
yes.
Okay. Okay, then I'm going to retract that question because that's kind of not helpful.
Well, I can't tell you if it's a critically acclaimed franchise or not.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, that's my question.
I would say generally they are very critically acclaimed, though a few entries have not been.
I'm literally just writing all those down.
Yeah, I see you doing that.
Mhm.
Is
That's how you
this
play this.
Is this a Western developed, published
No.
franchise? Okay.
Not a Western developer. See the wheels turning. Alex looks ready. Primed. The edge of his seat.
Well, it's not Final Fantasy 14.
Is this series
Is it-
known for having microtransactions?
No.
It's critically.
I would say you won't, for the critically acclaimed thing, you would probably never see one of these in like the best game of the year lists, but all the entries have been received well for the most part. Aside from like
No one's
one or two.
upset by its existence.
Yeah, aside from
Is-
like one or two.
Which are bad or
Generally not well received.
not well received.
There's like
Is
two
it-
entries that are not well received, the rest are very well received.
Is it a Gundam based game?
No.
No, is it fantasy?
Oh,
I will say the way I said fantasy means not real world. Very broad
Oh, okay. I was
definition of fantasy.
All right.
I'll give you the clarification that it is not like a Knights and Dragons fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's got a question?
God, I feel like we narrowed it down so much, but there's still
There-
like
there is-
Well,
nothing.
we haven't.
You definitely
same
have.
time.
You're
not
closing in on
Knights
it.
and Dragons. Oh God.
Has there been like a widely talked about entry within the past 3 years?
Yes. There has. I believe
Okay.
2021.
Is it the Dragon Quest series?
Not Dragon Quest. Although I'll give you that because I said not Knights and Dragons Fantasy. And that is Dragon Quest is Dragon Fantasy. So
Yes.
I
The
won't
games that I
subtract
played,
a point
I've
for
never encountered. I have never encountered a dragon in Dragon Quest.
It is still a very
classic
classical fantasy
I
game.
guess, yeah.
You're in the right region of the world. Getting closer. Think big publishers.
And he said not real world.
Not real world. I'll
something.
say there are many entries in this franchise. I think around like 10 or 11. So, lengthy franchise. It's got to ask a question. I can drop a hint for a question if someone doesn't have a particular question they want to ask.
Yeah, I'm fine with a hint.
Yeah.
Complain.
All right. Think not adult games. More family friendly. The age rating of T or belower. I see the lights went on in Alex's head.
Does it have like a lot of spin-offs?
It is itself a spin-off.
Oh.
Interesting.
Is it a Mario game?
It is a Mario
It's a
game.
franchise.
It's a Mario
Oh,
franchise. But which one?
There's too many.
Mario franchise that has competitive multiplayer. You did confirm that. There's not many that have competitive multiplayer.
Oh god, does it? Would it be a question like, does this game already have to be out yet?
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. These are out. They are released.
Okay.
There is not currently
Is this-
a new announced one.
This is gonna break the gates wide open. Is this a sports themed franchise?
Not mostly.
What?
You have 4 questions left.
WarioWare.
Brett, you are so close.
Oh.
Is it Mario Party?
It is Mario Party, Alex. That is 13 points to you.
Oh. Thank you for your sacrifice, Brett.
To
You're not
clarify,
welcome.
this was Mario Party. All right.
Ugh.
Our next game.
That took so long.
It was interesting though. I had no idea. Where it was
Yeah.
going.
All right.
Wow.
I can hear the Jeopardy theme playing.
I
the
can't believe it
entire
took.
time.
I can't believe
Wow.
it took any of us that long to ask if it was a Mario game.
Yeah, I was
You gotta
really
narrow it down. You
surprised.
can't just ask that from the
Yeah.
start.
I was
That's
surprised I
like-
didn't hear, like, is it Nintendo or anything as soon as we got to
Ugh.
Japan. Ooh. All right. I have another franchise ready for you. Someone go ahead and
Okay.
ask a question. Start narrowing it down.
Another. Oh, we're doing this 3
Is
times.
this a strategy game franchise?
No. To my knowledge, there has never been a strategy game released related to this franchise at all.
Okay.
Is this game from a Western publisher?
Yes.
Oh. Does this one have any multiplayer elements?
Yes.
Any competitive multiplayer
Yes.
to narrow it down? Okay.
Has the studio that developed this game had controversy lately?
Yes.
Wow.
Alex, would you like to make a
Just like
guess?
that.
Is this game Overwatch?
No.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh.
No!
Anybody
Oh.
else want to come in and sweep it? There's a couple of franchises open, still fitting under that
It's-
category.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
The
the
worst
Western
part
world
is
had a lot
that-
of controversy.
yeah. I was gonna say it narrows it down a lot.
by too
They're
much.
almost
But not-
all multiplayer competitive game studios.
All right.
Yep.
Here's another one that's probably gonna like. Is this a military themed
Yes,
franchise? Call of Duty.
it is Call of Duty. Wyatt
Okay.
swooping in.
Ah.
I gave a bonus on the last one for difficulty. This one I'll give half that bonus because you did guess it very early. But this is going to
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
a full 20 points.
Oh my.
Ooh. Wow.
Our last franchise. Who wants to start?
Yeah, you go.
No, fine. Go. That's fine.
Alright.
Is this a strategy franchise?
It is not a strategy franchise.
Okay.
Is it from a Western publisher?
It is from a Western publisher.
Hmm.
Plenty of routes open to narrow this down.
Yeah. Is this a third-person game franchise?
Yes.
Okay.
So far we have Western third person, not strategy.
Is the franchise set in modern day, or at least
No.
close enough to modern day? No.
Is it set in like history at all?
No. It's not a historical game.
Okay.
Is the protagonist a creature other than human?
Maybe?
Oh, he's had to think about that one.
What does it
I will
mean?
say,
Right?
appearance-wise, they are human. As with many games, there is the debatable lore that you can go into of maybe, maybe not. But at least appearance-wise, they are human. Actually, let me double check something real quick to make sure I don't lead you on a wild goose chase.
I got a spicy one.
Alex is shaking the foundations here.
So someone look at the reflection in his glasses. Make sure that you can see if you can see. God.
I don't see anything. He's playing his cards close to his chest. I could respect that.
I will say, for most of the games in this franchise, you can choose to play as either a human or not.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna have a follow-up question to that. I'm assuming there's some sort of character creation tool.
Yeah, there is a character creator
Okay.
in all of these games.
Did we ask the multiplayer question yet? I forget.
No, we haven't. You wanna
Is
ask
there,
it?
Yeah. Is there competitive multiplayer?
There is not competitive multiplayer.
Oh.
Interesting.
The wheel's turning in Brett's head. He's getting into power pose territory.
Yeah, I know. Huh.
Narrative
Is
down.
the
character
franchise is the franchise usually known by Ryan's favorite one word title, or like is the franchise itself have like more than one word in
creator. It is
the title?
the franchise has more than one word in the title of the franchise.
Okay.
That is a hyper specific question.
But it's the only thing that my brain just kept giving me it as the
You-
only option. I needed to get it out of the way.
See if
Are
this is
there-
What
a
do you think it
Souls
was?
game is what you're asking.
Are there
That's what I'm saying.
more
That's my.
or
uh,
less than 3 entries in the series?
That's another thing I'll check. I want to say there are 3 entries, or less than 3 or under entries in the main franchise. There might be spin-off games that I am unaware of.
Mm.
You said 3? that what you said?
I will say, okay, there are less than 3 or under released games in this franchise.
Which could be there's
mainline
just
games, not including any kind of spin-off thing.
Okay.
Your thinking stance, Wyatt. What you got?
Does this game have any kind of like branching
Yes.
dialogue trees?
There are branching
Okay.
dialogue trees.
Is this a science fiction setting?
This is not a science fiction setting.
Oh. Thank God I held mine back. I was about to guess the wrong game.
I know. I was kind of
Hey, if
leading
you're
up to
thinking
that.
Mass Effect, you can only
Yeah,
be a human.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
I was thinking about
Yeah.
that, but then can't you also, well, you can't really play as the other races. You can command them.
Yeah, you can
in
command
game.
them. You can't
Mm.
That's
you can only be a human in Mass Effect.
And I was wondering because it's like there's 3. Are we counting Andromeda as a spin-off because of its
That's what I was
reception and
thinking.
things like that? That's what I was
Yeah.
gunning
Andromeda
for
is
when I
still
was thinking
they
of
build it
three.
as a mainline Mass Effect game. I am counting that
Unfortunately.
as a
And
mainline
that
Mass
was
Effect
part of-
game, unfortunately.
That was part of the problem.
Mm.
Ooh,
Ah.
3 main possible spin-offs.
I will say I doubt
under
any of you
3.
have heard about the spin-offs.
Okay.
None of them
Would you say this
were
is
particularly
a-
successful.
Medieval fantasy setting.
Yes.
Okay.
Little fantasy setting.
Is this franchise exclusive to one like console or PC? Like, is it just like Xbox
It's
exclusive,
not an
PlayStation
exclusive.
Okay.
Multi-platform. I believe every release is multi-platform.
I think this is the most amount of dead air we've ever had in one episode before.
I know.
It's very intriguing.
But
The thought is going into this.
It's full of suspense.
This
I
is the
know.
only time we've ever had to think on air before.
The rest
It
is
shows.
just brain dead.
We were just running on autopilot the whole time.
Oh,
Right, 14th
medieval
question.
fantasy.
You're down to medieval fantasy has a character creator that includes non-human races. There is
Now, you
no
said there wasn't
competitive multiplayer.
I was about to ask, is there any kind of like co-op, either split screen
I believe
or
there
online?
is cooperative multiplayer that might not be available anymore. It might still be available, but I am not 100% positive.
Okay.
Dude, the titles of this game.
I feel like I'm
Have-
back in college. I'm like taking notes. And
Do the titles of this game have Roman numerals in them?
No.
Oh.
No.
You're allowed to guess the franchise as well. That is a thing you could do.
No, I mean if you're
Actually, I will say there is one entry where they used Roman numerals. One singular entry.
Ooh, that's interesting.
See if that helps any of you.
Weird.
that seems weirdly specific.
Yeah.
I looked over the side and I was like, I don't think they did. And I was like, well, it says they did here for one game. So
And it's not
So
a
weird.
so it's also not let's go over what we have so far. Not strategy,
Mhm,
third person, Western
Mhm.
developer,
mhm.
Fantasy setting.
character creator,
I love how we're
non-human
working
races.
together now.
3 games mainline.
I feel like it's so obvious right now.
I'll give everyone points for this one because this one has been a cooperative effort. If you do
Yeah,
manage to get
yeah.
it in the next 4 questions.
Oh,
Um,
And I will say, I know at least one of you has played this franchise. I feel the wheels turning. You're very close.
only Roman numerals in one of the games.
I wouldn't
In one of
focus
these
too
games-
much on that part.
was one of these games released on because it's not console exclusive, so I'm going by like console generation. So
Yep.
like Xbox
Oh.
One, PS4 era.
Let me check. Yes, but it was cross-platform with the last era.
Which means it's an older title if it's cross-platform with like the previous. Okay.
I feel you getting extremely close now to this entry.
So many things it could be, though.
I know.
Is there really?
Because
I mean,
can't.
probably not. We're probably overthinking it, to be honest.
Yeah, but exactly.
We've lost ourselves in how vague our original questions were. Oh.
Ryan's loving this right now.
This is
I can
great.
just
Yeah,
tell.
really.
Especially because I know how
can-
much
I
some
can
of you are going to
just
kick
tell.
yourselves when you realize
This
what
is
game
wild.
This
This is so fun.
It is really fun, though. That's the thing.
Oh.
Oh, Wyatt. See the look on your face. Pure suffering.
My entire desk is shaking right now. I feel like it's right there.
Do you need me to give a
Right
hint?
there.
I can give a hint should you need one.
I'm not gonna say.
Oh,
I'm
I
not gonna
see
say
Alex
no to a
realized
hint.
something.
Oh,
He's on the case.
Professor Layton's coming in clutch.
I'm trying to read his
Doesn't
mind
have a
right
character
now.
creator, and I just realized that the game I was thinking of does not have a character.
I will add on to the third person thing. I am including basically anything that is not a first person camera in the third person statement.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Oh, but
you don't need to limit just to
no,
over the
there's
shoulder.
there's still main line, but there's more than 3.
I can
feel
give you a
like such
hint.
an idiot
There
right now.
is an entry in this franchise currently in development.
Man.
Ugh,
That's
World
how
of Warcraft
That is
2.
exactly how I feel right now.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
I know.
I feel like you've narrowed it down so much.
Okay, all right. It's 8:57 right now. I say at 9 we just throw out our best guess.
You got 3 more questions you can use to discover which game this is.
What questions are there left to ask? Oh no.
Got the developer? You don't know the developer.
But we
Is
can't.
this-
But
is
it's
this
a yes or
based-
no answer, right?
Is this based off of a franchise that existed before the games?
No, this is its own franchise.
Okay.
I want to guess, but I don't want to waste one of the last 2 questions.
I'm
If it's
not
wrong,
counting
it's
guesses
gone.
as a question.
I'm
Oh.
going to assume the 2 or 3 people that are watching right now are just screaming.
Infuriated.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could guarantee you there will
okay.
be some people listening to this episode that are infuriated right now.
In that case, then, if I'm not taking away, Fable?
It is not Fable.
Interesting.
Remember, I did confirm it is not one word.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh, that's another.
I forgot about that one. That was too long ago. That was like
And it's-
45 minutes ago.
God, there's one.
that was years ago. Years
There's-
ago.
That was like
So
yesterday.
there is a game that is most likely the 4th in the series that is currently in development. Ah!
I will confirm that all of what Alex just said is correct. Oh man, this is incredible.
This is maddening.
Such a loser, dude. I'm gonna feel like such a loser. Come
Join
on.
the club, Wyatt.
All right, I will give you a hint. The developer's most recently released game was not good. Did not review well critically.
Mm.
Is that enough of a kickstart? Brett.
Diablo?
Oh, Brett. Diablo's character creator does not have races that are not human. Also, one word title.
Ryan.
Yep.
Is it the new Lego Star Wars game?
Oh, Alex, it is not sci-fi.
Oh no! Oh, I forgot fantasy.
Oh,
Crap. Oh god.
Oh,
Oh,
to me.
god.
This is incredible. This is the best time I've had on the show.
So you said the most recent entry was not.
Not
received,
this most recent entry, but the game that the company that made this franchise most recently released was reviewed very poorly.
Is it The Witcher?
Good guess,
No,
not The Witcher.
One
There is no
word, one word
character
title.
creator.
You can only play as a human. Yeah.
The Witcher. Oh,
The Witcher's two
You're
words.
a mutant. Too few words, you said?
The Witcher I would count as 2 words. It is The Witcher and not like Fable.
Someone help me out.
No.
Hey,
No, I wanted to pose a question not to Ryan but to you two.
okay.
Yeah.
Does Dragon Age allow you to play as different races?
I don't know.
Because I feel like looking it up is cheating, so I don't want to
It's
do that.
exactly. I don't want to.
I forget if the human race is qualified as human.
Why
But
do
I
you want
don't
to make a
believe-
guess?
You can't play as another race.
He's
in
asking
Dragon
you.
Age.
It's got to be right.
No, or he's baiting me.
But no, but if you, he's baiting you for nothing. He's baiting you for nothing because it doesn't count as a question if you guess. So just guess it, and that takes another thing off the list.
Third person.
Is it Dragon Age, Ryan?
Dragon Age.
No, you can't guess.
Wow, crazy!
Oh,
It is Dragon Age?
It's Dragon Age.
Ah!
How many other franchises that are Western developed with a character creator that includes non-humans and are fantasy with multi-word titles?
I cannot tell you how long I was thinking, like, wait, can you play as other races other than human?
That's
and
why I had to
dragon?
look it up
was
because I've
thinking
never
about that
tried.
for so long.
Oh my god.
It's because I believe in Inquisition you can play as other races. I think Dragon Age 2 you had to be a human. Dragon Age
Also, wait a minute.
Origins I don't remember.
Also, wait a minute. I'm making a very dumb assumption here. If you've guessed, you're not disqualified,
No.
right?
No.
No.
Okay.
If you
I
guess,
will
it doesn't
just-
even count as a
You just
question. That's
can't
why I said just
repeatedly
do
guess. The only way I would stop you if you repeatedly tried to guess.
For,
Yeah.
for some reason, and that was the reason I was asking you guys. For some reason, I assumed if you guessed, you were disqualified.
I
don't
will
know
give
why
all of
I
you
assumed
1
that.
point.
God.
That feels like it's worth.
Wyatt, trust your gut next time.
I
This is-
Ryan, I think we all at least deserve 2 points because we give you such an entertaining
Oh.
time.
Alex, I'll give you 2 points because I appreciate selfishness on this show.
I think I deserve 3 because Wyatt didn't even believe it, and I said it, and I was the one that was right.
All right, Brett, you get 3 points.
Exactly. You should listen.
You should give me 3 points
All right.
because
Too late, Wyatt. Too late. The train's moved on.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't know. I didn't know that you guys. I don't know why I assumed that was a rule. I should have
What a
just
game.
asked.
I
God.
am
A game.
absolutely glad you did assume it was a rule.
That's a clip. That's an individual like 10-minute episode that
Yeah.
Brian's gonna edit out and upload
100%.
separately.
I'm gonna split these up and put them up on their own. All right. So our final game of the night, I thought it'd be fun to end on one that involves a little bit more audience participation. This is Lore Goblin. So I'm gonna ask you to tell me
Fancy.
the lore of a game, and I have a topic for you that each of you, I believe, are at least passingly familiar with. These are tailored to the individual. Let's start with Alex. Alex,
Oh god.
can you tell me anything about the golden age of the Traveler?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
He screams so loud his mic.
You kidding me?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
The golden age of the Traveler.
I'll give you 2
began-
minutes for this. So
That's like asking LeBron James to dunk a goddamn basketball. Are you kidding me?
Wyatt, don't worry, you have one coming for you.
Oh,
All right, Alex.
Oh, the golden age of the traveler began
I'm
in
gonna go grab
the
some water.
okay. The golden age of the traveler began in the year 2014, which happened with the when three astronauts, one from the United States, one from Russia, and one from China, set foot on Mars for the very first time
Yeah.
to investigate the disturbance that there was suddenly a new heavenly body disrupting gravitational field and causing strange things to happen on Mars. Uh, Upon the traveler's arrival, it would go from planetary body to planetary body, sometimes moons of other planets,
Can you tell me what they first
terraforming them.
referred to the traveler as?
First referred to
You're not going to lose
And
points
it's
for not
over.
telling me this.
Okay,
But I thought it'd be interesting if you did know it.
oh,
There's Moon
you mean game
X.
wise or lore wise?
Lore wise. Moon
Oh,
X is the term.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
That is the
Ooh.
first reference we have is Moon X is what they refer to it as.
Dude, I need to calm down.
The largest
Oh my
lore based implications that we have during the Golden Age. We discovered faster than light travel,
Yeah.
due in part to the increased lifespan of humans. They grew to be
Mhm.
around, I believe, 150 to 180 years old at the maximum was the average lifespan of the human, as it was doubled. Um, let's see. Faster
You know
than light
how
travel. We started to colonize other planets because of the traveler terraforming them. We also um, ooh, yeah, we most of the experience of the notorious Clovis Bray were done in that time period. We got and thanks to him, we have the existence of exos, which are human consciousness stored in
All
an
right.
exo or
I
a
was going to
robotic
stop
body.
you a minute ago, but I wanted to see how far you could keep going. It's clearly very far.
Bungie,
So,
hey
Impressive.
Bungie, if you're trying to improve your new player experience, literally take that clip and just throw it at the beginning of the tutorial or something.
Hire Alex Labella now.
Please do that either as a lore connoisseur or as a character artist. I'd love to do some armor for you. I do
All
have
right.
some in my backlog that I am putting in my portfolio.
And also, lore connoisseur is just the most fancy name.
I love that.
Yes.
job title
I like to
I have
imagine
ever
it's like a
heard.
wine. It's like a sommelier, but for video games, who just tells you about how deep the lore is of different games.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
Oh, that's
I
great.
can see this. I can see this as a Taken King vintage. Wonderful.
All right. Wyatt or Brett, who wants to jump up to the plate next?
Go for it, Brett.
Oh boy, thanks Wyatt.
You're so welcome.
All right, Brett. Just to confirm, you
go.
have played Dark Souls 3, right?
Yes,
Good.
I have.
So, can you
Well,
tell me about the
good
first flame?
What, Wyatt?
What, Ryan? What were you gonna do if he hadn't played Dark
I had two
Souls?
ready
Yeah, what's
for
the
Brett.
backup?
I had two
Ask
ready
him
for
the
Brett.
same
One was
question.
Xenogears related. The other was Dark Souls related.
Ask that one. Ask that one instead. That
No,
one's cooler.
I'm asking the first flame question because it's relevant to Elden Ring.
Oh,
At least
God.
tertiarily.
But what Dark Souls 3 about the first flame?
It doesn't matter about Dark Souls. Just tell me about the first flame, Brett. What are you
Okay.
doing in Dark Souls 3?
Well-
What does it do?
By that point in the trilogy, the cycle of the flame being lit and burnt out and lit and burnt out over and over again has gotten to the point, because of course the stability of the world is tied to it, that the world itself is falling apart. As you play through the game, you find past areas from earlier entries just literally
Ooh.
buried under the earth, and it like just covered in just crap because the world has been haphazardly redone so many times over by people relinking the fire that it's just gone absolutely haywire. And then by the time you get further and further in the game, you see just what the end of time looks like for the planet, and it's just a wasteland with castles peeking out and just like it's all conglomerated together. And it's pretty terrifying, but that's the consequence that all all you foolish idiots that don't choose the Lord of Darkness route at the end of every game want for the world, because that's what happens. Because as long as the world is tied to the flame, that's never going to end, and it's only going to get worse. And that's why in the first of two Dark Souls 3 DLCs, the painter is painting an alternate world for all the cool people to go to instead of the current one, so that they can live fine and not have to worry about the Age of Fire at all.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
so cool.
The
Can,
Age of
can
Fire.
I ask you a question, Brett?
Go for it, Alex.
Yeah,
What
I'll
does
take questions.
what does what does the kindling and the rekindling of the bonfire, how does that like affect the geography of the, does that like affect actual like like not like tectonic plates or something, like environment
Yes.
type?
It's not
Is
like not in the same game. It's just like just like over time, all the entries to get like more screwed up, and you see like the reason that you see the fan servicey like past like areas in Dark Souls 3 is to show you how much like worse they've gotten and how much destroyed they are compared to how they used to be.
All right. Full points to you, Brett. All right, Wyatt, are you ready for your topic? You seem to give me some
Yes.
solid pieces of lore here. Can you tell me about the Covenant religion?
I can.
Cool.
I can.
Ooh.
So many people confuse the Covenant as a race of aliens. That is
From
totally
Halo,
not true
for
at all.
anyone
It is
who doesn't know.
from Halo, right? It is a collection of different races that are all unified under the three prophets, right? And their entire religion is based around the Halo rings. Which, are we going into spoilers about what Halo rings are? Do we care or?
If it's spoilers for the first like 2 to 3 games, I don't think it matters anymore. I think we're in the clear
No,
Okay,
right
cool.
up to Halo 3.
So their entire religion is based around the Forerunner race, and these Forerunners created these massive structures called what we call the Halo rings, and they're like, oh, if we make this great journey to this Halo ring and we activate it, that is our righteous duty as this collection of alien races. What they don't know is that it actually just kills everything. It is basically, it is designed to contain the alien race known as the Flood, and so to do that, it just wipes out all of its food, which is basically just every living species ever, so that it can't grow and spread. But their entire religion is based around, oh, if we activate this ring, we basically ascend into like greater beings. And so that's their entire goal. And they've basically tried to ally a bunch of different alien races to that cause. Sometimes it doesn't always work well. Sometimes you have a grunt rebellion. Sometimes you backstab the elites, and that's just a stupid idea.
And then you ruin your
Never do
villains for
that.
the rest of the franchise.
Sometimes you have a group of people that are so scary and powerful that you're like, yeah, we want nothing to do with you. And then they became the Banished. And yeah, I think that's
good lore
I think that about sums
discussion,
it up.
Wyatt. Professor
Thank you
Wyatt
very much.
with his Halo lore. See, that wasn't so
Thank you very
bad.
much.
So our final point totals. The end of the day. I had one more game, but I think we're gonna squirrel that away for next time, because that one's
Oh,
probably
no.
the longest of the bunch.
Oh no.
Hey, I told you, it's hard to guess how long these are gonna go. Brett, sitting at the bottom with 43 points.
As always.
43.
I'll
Alex,
take it.
Oh,
second highest, encroaching upon Wyatt's territory, but not quite there with 68. Wyatt, you are sitting at 73 points and are the winner
Oh,
of the very first Double M Radio game show. Great job. As always.
Ryan, I have one request.
Yep.
Can you give me one more point?
You got it, Alex.
Nice!
let's
Nice!
go.
You go.
Let's go.
We're all 5 years old. Let's go.
God.
Wonderful.
We're all 13.
All right. So, as always, I'm your
Blood
host,
vessel
Ryan,
during the 20 questions.
joined by my lovely contestants. And today, we're done. We did it. We're all the way through. Now, before we head out, I do want to send a special message out to everyone in Ukraine, currently struggling real bad. Situation's not good. So this is not the podcast to get your Ukrainian news, but I just
Absolutely
do
not.
want to make sure it's mentioned that we are in support of them and nothing, is good about their situation right now. So support Ukraine if you can. Try to make sure people get out of the country. If you are in Poland or have friends there, make sure they have ways out. Not a great situation, and we don't know how bad it's going to get. So, all right. On that somber note, let's end the night
Avoid
on this
misinformation.
wonderful podcast where Alex has 69 points. We'll see you next week
Nice.
Takeaway.
for a regular episode of the podcast. Tuesday morning.
Let's hear it for our wonderful host too. Who's carried us through?
Absolutely.
Who has absolutely
Absolutely.
carried us through 100 episodes?
Here.
Absolutely. How many points did you get, Ryan?